Bula Vinaka and greetings from Fiji.
Greetings from the Seychelles, everyone.
Hi, I'm Judy Gobin.
My name is Angelique Pupono, and I'm the CEO of the Seychelles Conservation and Climate Adaptation Trust.
I'm Katie Soapi, a research scientist working on issues ranging from ocean acidification, blue carbon ecosystems, and marine genetic resources.
I'm a professor in marine biology at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine in Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm extremely pleased to have been part of this research report.
In this report, my role was twofold. Firstly, as a participant, where I shared my experiences working as a scientist in the Pacific SIDS region, and second, as an advisor to the lead authors with respect to scientific research on marine genetic resources and on the constraints and barriers of doing research in the Pacific region.
My time with this paper advising has been with regards for giving a perspective of the small island developing states in the ACE region, which is particularly different from the Caribbean and the Pacific in that, we're not all in one ocean. We have our regional connectivity challenges.
As SIDS territories, we have many gaps in terms of resources, in terms of scientists, in terms of marine technology. It is important that we have identified these in the report, and while some of our issues are similar across SIDS territories, they can be quite different.
The Global Ocean Science Report highlighted that the Pacific region has some of the world's lowest capacity in ocean science. This means that the gaps in our human, institutional, and science and technological capacity is widening relative to the developed world.
But I also give the perspective from a donor perspective. SECAD being a donor itself, or invest in science and capacity building, being able to bring that to the fore to understand what donors want to see as well.
We have identified some very good solutions. We have actually been creative and innovative in proposing some solutions as to the way forward.
There is no quick fix, but I believe we need to be more assertive when we establish partnerships and enter into collaborations.
We are proposing some formulae for collaboration and partnerships, building partnerships, not only in terms of funding for SIDS territories and SIDS scientists and the transfer of marine technology, but we are also proposing the online training.
We must identify our common challenges and play a more active role in identifying, nurturing, and grooming promising young talents from our region whose capacity we can build for leadership positions.
So my hope is really that we move away from the continued idea that capacity building is this north to south transaction. And there really is a need for more meaningful partnership, understanding the needs of the developing countries, and also, having the recipients of the support in the room when deciding what should be supported.
Science solves many problems, and I think we recognize now it's not only environmental problems, but science solves economic and social problems. Let's face it, at the moment, scientists are under the microscope themselves, looking for a cure for the COVID-19 pandemic that's hit us all globally. SIDS scientists have a role to play, like all other global scientists, in finding solutions.
But also, I have to say that developing countries also have to invest in developing things like a research agenda. So donors are aware of the knowledge gaps that exist, and they know exactly what is missing and what they can fund to assist the country.
I worked at the University of the South Pacific until earlier this year. The work focused on screening of plants and marine organisms for potential pharmaceutical use. Apart from leading a group of local scientists in the research and collaboration with our international partners, I was also responsible for organizing scientific expeditions around Fiji and the Solomon Islands, and also liaising with appropriate government authorities and local communities for access.
As a team, we can work together, and this is why I'm really pleased that this report does provide some very concrete solutions.
So for me, I would say this is what I really take away is meaningful partnership. How we shape that in the international community will be crucial to the success of this treaty.
Thank you so much.